Hi everyone, it's Louise with louisemckayart and welcome to my channel. And today I'm doing an intro because I've got something very different I'm doing with you guys today, with myself as well. I've got a video that was going to be one video. I've decided to turn it into two because I have so much information to share. And what I'm doing is I'm comparing 5 different pouring mediums, and one of which is my own, and I'm comparing them to each other with the same paints to see what the results are and how pouring mediums perform. So the 5 pouring mediums I'm going to be sharing with you in the next 2 videos, to include the mixing of the paints, is my regular Valspar and Minwax, which is my normal pouring medium, Valspar with Varathane triple thick semi-gloss, Valspar with the mystery varnish that I will show you in this video, Infinity, which is a new paint, which is a paint that people have been bragging about lately as a fantastic paint for pouring medium. So I got some of it for myself. I've got some Infinity with the Varathane triple thick semi-gloss, and then Infinity with my regular Minwax. And I'm going to see how all these 5 stack up with each other, and I'm going to even show you how I'm mixing my paint for most, if not all of them. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you my Valspar Minwax normal pouring medium for the bloom with my Valspar mixed with a varnish that I've never seen anybody use that I wanted to try. And in the video, I'm going to show you the mixing, and I'm going to show you the side-by-side creations, and at the end I'm going to show you the results, and we're going to see how they stack up against each other. I will have another video coming out maybe later, maybe in a couple days. Same colors, but the other 3 pouring mediums. So I'll be comparing the other 3 that I won't be covering today, and in the very end of that video, we'll show how they all stack up against each other. Yeah, let's see. I'm excited to share this with you guys. It's a lot. I did a lot of learning for myself, and if I'm learning something and I'm sharing it, hopefully you guys will get the benefit of that as well. So all right, without any further ado, let's get into this video. Hi everyone, it's Louise with louisemckayart, and welcome to my channel. Honestly, I'm recording this for posterity because I don't know how this is going to work. So my plan for today is to mix up 2 colors, well, 2 combinations of colors, 2 different ways, because I had an epiphany the other day and I want to see if this is going to work. And I'm just recording this just to have a record of it. If this doesn't work out, this will never be seen. If you're seeing it, then it's interesting enough to pay attention to. So what I've got are 2 colors that I already played with on some swipes the other day, just 2 plain colors, and my black cell activator. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remix, actually I'm going to mix up some more of the quinacridone nickel azo gold and Zeus combination with my regular pouring medium, and then I'm going to mix it with another pouring medium. I've never seen anybody use this before. It's probably because typically Liquitex is more expensive than the Minwax, but I happened to get this on a good deal. So I wanted to try the Liquitex gloss varnish with my regular Valspar A33124. So in here what I've got is Valspar A33124 with my semi-gloss Minwax at a rate of about 3 to 1. So I'm going to do the same thing over here, Valspar with Liquitex, and see how these compare. Plus, I wanted to make more of this color anyway, so I'm going to make more of the color. So I'm going to mix some of the Zeus. So I may or may not use this scale. I kind of use it loosely now. I usually work in grams. And I go mostly by feel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix up some of the Zeus, because I mixed the Zeus with the quinacridone. So first I'm going to start with the mica powder. I'll close that up so we don't have any mistakes over here. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of Minwax. This is my regular semi-gloss Minwax, just to wet it. And I'm just going to mix it up softly. I probably should have a mask on or do this outside, but I'm not doing that so I can talk. I'm just going to be very careful. And I'll probably just go on fast forward here as I just kind of wet the mica powder. I'm just going to wet it. So as I go on fast forward here, I just want to explain that this tub that already exists is from a prior pour with my regular pouring medium, and this is just showing you how I add to that. All right, so I'm at roughly 0 here on the scale. So this is my normal. Like I said, this is my normal combination. So I'm going to add some. So I'm at 4, 6 grams. I was going grams, by the way. 8. We'll stop with that. Now, let me add. First of all, let me just mix this around a little bit. Get the Zeus fully incorporated in there. Now, you're going to see me later mixing or doing a couple coasters with these two colors, and you'll see firsthand what these do. But I do mix these up ahead of time. Okay, so I'm going to add about, I'll add about 2 grams of the quinacridone to get the color. I'll mix, mix, mix. I'll come back when I'm done mixing. That's where we are. So let me cover up this gold right now. Here's the gold. I'm not going to add any more to the gold. Actually, you know what? I will. I changed my mind a lot. I need to thin it down just a hair. So this is where we are. Now, as I leave this sitting for a couple hours, it'll thicken up. Let's leave it sit like that for right now. Now the gold, let's get that on the scale. Actually, let's 0 it out. All right, now, I've already got some. Let me just add a little bit more. So I'm at 0 grams. Let's go to like 4. Now, mind you, I already have some in there. So I'm at 4. Always mix the extreme sheen, as it says on the instructions, to mix well. So I'm at 5. That's 6. Seven. Let's mix it up. Get it all mixed up. Just to make it a little more pliable, freshen it a little bit. I do this a lot with my paints, as I have paints that sit around for a while and then I've got to reconstitute them. And if they ever get a little too thick, I've got a little water bottle here, a little water spritzer. I just give a little spritz. And it's nice in the spritz bottle because you don't go, suddenly have a spasm and you pour too much in. This way you have pretty good control of how much you put in there. Okay, so I'm going to cover this one up. Smack out some bubbles. I'm going to leave that one open for a few minutes just to let it get some air. Now, these two. 0'd out. So I'm going to mix, it looks pretty thin. I haven't even opened the bottle yet, but yeah, I had this idea in another project I was doing because I don't know about you, but for me, when I am, if I'm varnishing anything for a final varnish, I go to my Liquitex typically, because this is actually, it just dries smoother and clearer to my eye than the Minwax. Now the Minwax is great, So yeah, I just thought I would give this a shot. So what we're going to do here, let me take 1 cup and I'm going to divide whatever I put in this cup into these 2. I'll make the same colors in here. So I'm going to start with the Valspar. And this is my base. What is this, base C or base 3? It's base C. It's a gray can. There's some little splotch in there. I left this sitting out the other day for a while, just to get it to thicken up a little bit. Now, normally what I do with my pouring medium, I'll mix it up into a container and then I'll use that same pouring medium throughout whatever batches I'm going to make. But since this is just a couple batches, I'm not going to make a big batch. So if I'm going to go 2 to 1, 3 to 1, so that's about 10 of that. So I'll go, we'll see how this goes. I'll go about 3 of this. That's about, now we're at 15, so put a little bit extra in. But that's going to be fine. So 15, so I'm about 2 to 1. But that's okay. I'm not gonna sweat it. Now I'm gonna just mix this up. You gotta be gentle because see the bubbles I'm putting in there already? You don't want to ever just kind of get in there and whip it like you're scrambling eggs. No, this is really a little different. It's different. Minwax doesn't normally bubble up like this. So I'm going to mix this up. I'll be back when I'm done mixing it. Okay, so I've got 15. So I'll split this in half. Actually, what I'll do first, I got to start with this. Let me just put it. I'm just going to pour it with. I'm just going to mix it with a pouring medium. So I'm at 1 right now. I don't want to confuse people, but just to keep it simple, I'm going to just mix it with the pouring medium, and then I'm going to add more pouring medium to it before I add the quinacridone. So I'm currently at 1. This was 15. So I'm going to put in like just 2. That's small. Okay, I'm at 3. Put in my Zeus. It's probably a lot. I just want to wet it. Once again, I'll go on fast forward here, but I'm just gonna dampen it. Just want to get it wet. So now that I'm at 3, let's see. We'll go with that. And I'll mix in some of the, I'm at 7. I probably shouldn't be so stingy. So I'm currently at 8. I'm going to skip past this mixing. I don't want to mix up a lot because I don't know how this is going to go. But as you see, you know, you typically will mix your colors about 2 parts or 3 parts pouring medium to 1 part paint. And it really, at the end of the day, it's all about color matching and the consistency. So if you look at these 2, this needs to be a little darker. I mean, if you see that. So I'm going to add just a little more. A little more of the gack, a little more of the golden, just to get it to match. So when I blow these guys out, it's going to be a fair comparison. Okay, just a shot more. Okay. We're going to call this done. So this is where we are. Definitely needs to sit out. It'll thicken up really quick. Knock out some of the bubbles. All right, it says it's 9. I kind of find it hard to believe. I think my scale is lying to me. So I'm going to put in, I really think there's about 7 in there. So that's about 2. Another 1. Going to try to get close to the other gold, which this will be easier to match. Mix, mix, mix. Don't want to mix too fast. Don't be in a hurry. Yeah, I'm really curious. All right, this got to sit out too. So that's that gold. Yeah, you need to let it settle down. Here are my golds. It could be that that gold, that varnish is clearer too. So I'm going to add a little more of the 24 karat because it's a little on the lighter side. And then we'll call it done. I'm going to skip past this mixing as well. So this is where we are on the gold. I think it's close enough for jazz. So we're going to put those away. I'll come back in a couple hours and we'll try making some coasters. We'll see how this guy performs against that thing, my usual. So I know what that is. Now what I'm going to do over here, just so we keep it on the up and up. Okay, so this is with Liquitex. So this is, I'll call it QNAG combo. And this is Q gold combo. So I can tell these guys apart. And for both of these, I will be using this American Cell Activator. So we'll be back in a few minutes and we'll see how this goes. All right, everybody, so I'm back for the trial, and I'm going to start with my regular pouring medium first, which is my Valspar 833124 and Minwax at a ratio of about 3 to 1. I'm going to start with my pillow. So I want to give you a heads up real quick. We're going to do a split screen coming up as these two create together side by side. I'll be using my regular pouring medium on the left, and I'll be voicing from the left side as well. And I'll be doing the Liquitex pouring medium from the right. Just to let you know. Here we go. I laid my pillow down, and I'm gonna, I think I'll probably do these both side by side when I put the video editing together. And I'm really curious to see how the Liquitex is gonna work. I'll try to make this as duplicated as possible. Minwax, and I'm going to go with the quinacridone. This is just a simple trial. Quinacridone first. Gold on top. Obviously, I'm putting a little more of the color down than I otherwise would because I have less colors to put down. Okay, now cell activator. Here's the consistency. This is titanium white, my American Floetrol cell activator. This was from January. It's currently May 27th. So this is 4 months old. All right, here we go. Get my blow ready. Just black. Just black. Didn't really put it in the middle, but let's go. So I turned down the volume of my blow just to say here that this is American Floetrol cell activator. It's video 141. I'll link it above if you want to take a look at how I mix it and what the recipe is for it. And I also have another video 419. I will link that in a second. It's the art of the blow, and it talks about how to get a good bloom blowout on your creations. All right, we'll spread out the pillow. And once again, this is my normal pouring medium. And I have a plan for another trial as well, but I will get into that when I get into that. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, but it's something that I've seen other people doing, and I wanted to give it a shot. So just to let you know as we go forward, I might cut here and there just to keep these two videos aligned. And once again, this is just two colors. I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. That's my scrap jar. Help it get over the edges. So here I'm just making sure that the paint is reaching the corners so that the paint can continue to flow, because the corners are the farthest spot for the paint to reach to. So just helping it get there. All right. I think we can definitely see that there's a difference between my regular pouring medium on my left and my Varathane mixed with the Liquitex varnish on the right. Strange only working with two colors. I'm at 5 minutes. Very quick, very quick. I really like that. So sweet, it's so cute. Let's give it one more spin to just try to push that off a little bit more over there. And then I think we're gonna call it done. I gotta find a place to put it. Ooh. I don't have any place to put it. See how now I cheated that coaster this way and most of the paint is over here. That's how that works. Okay, I'm gonna call this done. That looks pretty good. Just a basic coaster. Very pretty. So here she is. Now, let's get to the other one and see how that one turns out. So everyone, that's a wrap for now. Here are the wet results of the Valspar Minwax and Valspar Liquitex varnish, and then also the resin results. I ended up doing 2 of the Liquitex varnish just so we have kind of a side-by-side comparison given any kind of variation with blowouts and so forth. So you can see for yourself how these turned out. My regular on the left and the Liquitex on the right. And be on the lookout for the next video where I compare the Infinity with my Minwax and with the Varathane Triple Thick. And of course, at the end of that video, I will show you the results of each of the 5 trials side by side so you can see for yourself how they turned out. And everyone, please leave a comment on what you thought about this and a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. And if you're new, please consider subscribing, hitting the bell, and you'll get all my latest art tutorials. Check out my description for links to different products I use and other videos that are important. And I think I'm going to wrap with that. Take care, everybody. Till next time.